Hey everyone. So, I don't know, today I just felt in the mood to make a rant on bodybuilding again. Well, not even necessarily just bodybuilding, but I go to the gym and you see these people in there and they're clearly chemically enhanced, and they look impressive, they look, strong. And you look over there and they're doing like, I don't know, less than half the weight I'm doing. They're like twice my size. It's, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know. The whole bodybuilding thing gets me irritated because it's basically all drugs. It's all it is, drugs. You take, who can take the most drugs without dying? I've heard some other people speak out on this. Jason Blaha being one, and he's absolutely right. I mean, this bodybuilding at the high level is a death cult, and it's I don't know, the whole thing is weird anyway. Like, I don't know what we're doing, like having a bunch of dudes in their panties on stage with some other dudes watching them, and then seeing if they like their buttocks. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm an athlete. I come from an athletic background. Like, I played sports, so I don't understand wanting to be in a beauty pageant, which is essentially what the bodybuilding is. But the main thing that got me thinking about it was I see these guys in the gym all the time, and they look like the bodybuilder guys. Like, you see, they look like freaks. But then they get on there, like, I'll do a machine, and I'll do the full machine. Like, I don't think there's any machines in there I can't do the full machine on. And then these guys will get on and they'll put it down on a weight like my son uses, who's 15 and 130 pounds or 150 pounds or something. I don't know. I just, the whole thing, the steroids and all this, I know it's probably in every sport at some level, and a lot of people, I'm sure, are cheating and beating the tests. I know when I was fighting MMA, I was told flat out by many fighters who were using drugs that everybody at the high level was using drugs. So I guess nobody clued me in, and I had a good group of guys with me that I think were all doing it the legitimate way. I happen to have a really great gym behind me, and I don't think anybody was cheating, but to me, like, the steroids, the bodybuilding, this is what everyone is presenting as fitness, and I don't think you could be any less fit than what those guys are when they I don't know, they perform. What do you call it? A performance? It's a beauty pageant, basically, for dudes to watch other dudes. And I know women bodybuild too, and that, I don't know, don't even get me going on how creepy it is when they start using the drugs. But it's just, to me, the whole thing is like, having competed at a pretty high level in track and field and in MMA, and even to some extent in baseball, and and then having coached at a really high level, high school level, for many years for wrestling and things like that. I was a middle school state champion in wrestling, and kind of got more into other sports after that. But I still, when I was doing MMA, it was great to have that wrestling background, obviously. But I don't know, I feel like the whole especially on YouTube, the whole fitness thing is about a bunch of dudes who are using a ton of drugs, and they're either bodybuilders or they're like wannabe bodybuilders, and you know, frankly, most of them aren't very strong at all. You know, like I'm the heaviest I've probably almost ever weighed, pretty damn close, and I'm like 180 pounds, and like I'll outlift those guys. And I don't care if they weigh 300 pounds. It ain't gonna make a bit of difference. You know, it's fake. They got fake sight enhancement in their muscles, and the oil, and the synthol, and the freaking taking every drug in the world. It's just for what? To win like a plastic trophy at a beauty pageant? I don't know. These aren't athletes. I see them at the gym, so it kind of irritates me. So, I don't know. It doesn't even irritate me. It kind of makes me just kind of laugh a little bit, you know, because you see this guy, you know, and it's like he looks like he's gonna be a world beater. He's huge, and he's, you know, and then he gets on there and he's doing the weight that the girls at the gym are doing, and I don't know. You know, that, which proves to me that he's definitely on drugs, because you certainly can't get, you know, built big muscles by doing that kind of lifting without drugs. You know, it just isn't gonna happen. I don't know. I'm fairly new to lifting as being kind of my main thing right now, and you know, even at 150 or 160 pounds, I was hitting right at a 400-pound squat, a 400-pound deadlift. You know, I was leg pressing 1,200 pounds for reps. You know, I'm right at a 300-pound bench press. I'm a little heavier right now. I'm more like 180. I need to cut some, but just for being a better athlete, you know, that to me, whenever I lifted in the past, it's always been to enhance my athletic pursuit, whether it was MMA or running or you know, wrestling, baseball, whatever it was. I was doing the lifting for that, you know, jiu-jitsu, all of these things, and that's another whole issue. The jiu-jitsu, they don't test for steroids at the highest level, so a bunch of those guys, like, you know, yeah, they're great, but they're cheating, and so that is what it is too. I'm of the belief that, I mean, I'm 47, and I don't ever want to accomplish something and not know if it was me or if it was a drug that was doing it. And you know, it's you know, it's just you don't know, you know. It's like, yeah, you won something, and then it's like, well, I mean, it's the whole Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens thing. You know, they were already great, but they still had to cheat. You know, it's I don't know. I guess it's prevalent in everything. I just really noticed it with these guys that were the bodybuilding looking types that were in the gym, and it just was shocking to me how weak for what they looked like to what they could actually do. And you know, and it just, to me, like, there's no fitness involved there to take drugs and have some big muscles, but then like your heart's enlarged and you're killing your insides, and I don't even know, but I don't want any part of it. And I hope that through some people speaking on this, especially in the YouTube fitness, you know, community, which I'm very new to even being making any videos on YouTube, but I hope that people with a big following will call this out and let people know that that's not fitness. And it seems like everything you see is these steroided guys, you know, pretending that's fitness and that's an athlete, and it's not. So thanks for listening through. If you did, I know it's a long video, but I hope, like I said, I hope people will become aware of this. I mean, it's just, you you know, in every sport. You know, I'd love to be able to, you know, that the drug testers can never keep up with the drug makers. So it's like, you know, when people do get caught, you know, they've been doing it over and over and over again and just being able to beat the system, and then they screw up. And, you know, like for me, just from, you know, I don't ever want to win something by having some kind of unfair advantage, especially in the stuff that I want to do. Like, you know, if I want to do jiu-jitsu or I want to do MMA, you know, I don't want some guy roided to the gills in there. You know, it's like, you know, looking back, you know, when I was fighting, I was always fighting guys, you know, probably 10 to some cases almost 20 years younger than me. And because I started late, and you know, but I think those guys were fairly legitimate because I was fighting in lower weight classes from 125 up to 155, and you know, I didn't see anybody that looked out of sorts or whatever, you know. But I don't know. It's just for the kids especially. I just want I want them to understand, because they watch these people, these influencers, and you know, these guys, and that's not reality. You know, it's not necessary. It isn't necessary. Like, if you're good enough at something, you beat the guy anyway. Like, I'm not worried about it. They can take every drug they want, and I'm still gonna feel like I'm gonna come out on top in whatever it is we're doing, if I work hard enough at it. And you know, that's the mentality I would want the youth to have. Don't follow in the example of these guys that have cheated their way, because all it does in the end is whatever you accomplished, everybody will question it, and it tarnishes your reputation. And you know, so I know that was a long rant. That was a lot of different subjects all into one, but if you took the time to listen, I appreciate it. And if you'd share or subscribe, that would be fantastic. I'm hoping to you know, get some more of actual fitness on here, you know, whether it be lifting or jiu-jitsu or wrestling or you know, running, baseball, anything that's going to show athleticism. But you know, I want to be an athlete. I don't want to be look like I'm some ripped guy and then not be able to actually do. Those guys are all show and no go, and I want to be all go. So I hope that's what the message we can bring, and appreciate you guys listening. Take care.